make, great, then I'll repeat it. Okay.
Sorry.
Item number one. No, it's cool. Item number one in all this is to begin to separate all of this out onto two YouTube sites. One for the chamber.
We don't need, so that won't work. One.
Okay, tell them. Yeah, this is a good time. Yes.
The reason that won't work is because you can't have a member-based YouTube site inside YouTube. You can't have a password protected system inside YouTube. What could work is a playlist with your selection of your various topics in that playlist. That playlist acts as a category. So if you want information from different chambers, for the center, for the other large alphabet organizations, all those are categorized in your playlist. And a person can come to the videos, which will list all the videos, or they can go to a specific playlist and see those items in that category, and then they can see what they want.
Okay.
If you wanted, wanted paid membership information, that has to be done between me and Bevion to put it in a password protected portal so that members have to log in order to see it.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I guess here, and this is, I mean, they're going to see it all at some point. I'm here. Okay. So here's my dilemma. I want us to, okay. Let's go back. I'm hearing what you're saying. So we're not going to put it on two websites. What we're going to do is exactly as Karriem describes, and that is we have a playlist that says, what is it? Active videos for chamber members, or chamber members videos and general public videos.
Okay.
Probably everyone will probably run to the chamber member videos, and that's okay. But the public videos are going to be much more encouraged to join the chamber. And the catch-all is that the point is that everyone who gets not the e-blast, the newsletter. Everyone who gets the newsletter, that video will be there. That's for the general public. It'll be on the site, and we'll put those in one area.
Okay.
In case somebody sees something they want to read or share. But the only way you're going to know that the members' videos are what the member videos are is, again, by going to the chamber site and looking at the segment called members.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, yes, sir.
One way to encourage membership, and this is done classically across the fields, is to do exactly what you say, but all member videos is the first 10 minutes.
Right.
The first 10 minutes of that is what's on the playlist, and if you want to see the other 50 minutes, if you want to see the whole thing, you have to, be a member, and it's in member access on the website.
Gotcha.
That way you get to share both information. If they want to see the whole thing, they have to become a member. You have the join button on that page, which we can easily put in the description. But that it does two things. It allows Bevion the control to put the whole thing up, one. It takes people off of YouTube, so there are no commercials, which is a plus if they have not bought a commercial-free account. And then they get insider information and all the content inside a protected portal that they can't randomly share with anybody unless they come to their house.
Okay. All right. I totally get it. All right. So we're talking about in the website, putting the complete member sessions.
Correct.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. I guess what I'm trying to determine, well, we still need to keep it short. That's the whole thing. We still need to keep it
Yep.
short.
It doesn't need to. So I understand the premise of keeping it short.
Hmm.
So long as the content is valuable and usable, I can pull up 18 videos, which are more than 2 hours long,
Hmm.
that people have watched the whole thing over days because people are starved for content. Your content
Right.
does not have to be short. Your content does have to either entertain, give value, or fill in something that they can't get from anywhere else.
Right,
So
Okay.
long as you accomplish those three things, your time limit is they're coming to get your unique content from you.
hmm
Okay.
If Mary J. Blige and Alicia wants to have a conversation about how the travel industry is best done to go to certain parts of the country where Black people are treated well, people will watch that for an hour and a half to 3 hours
they
because
will.
you list what you get to have, to enjoy, how so-and-so benefit. Remember, social media is where people go to get information and understanding and experience about something else. It's not where you go to buy. The
Right.
winning formula is 7 sets of key information,
Hmm.
2 sets of information where it's with you partnering with somebody else. So you would partner with one of the other chambers and you
Uh-huh.
talk to your audience about what they do.
Right.
Your 10th one is an ad to join. Use that formula, you'll be on top just like the other corporate organizations.
Okay. Okay, I totally understand. All right. Can you write that you just shared and send that to us?
And I totally agree because for my travel business, we have so many vendors,
Hmm.
whether it be Royal Caribbean or whatever, that are training us for, new upcoming ships that are coming up,
Hmm.
and what's going to be on them. Heck, some of those video, like he said, the trainings are 2 hours, but you got
Yeah.
hundreds of people on that. And then they want a recording of it so they can watch it again, so they could
Hmm.
slow it down and take notes of parts that they missed. So
Yeah.
yeah, as long as the content is there and it's needed, we don't need to worry about if it's a short video or not. I
Okay.
think the introduction should be short
Right.
and to the point
And fun.
So wait,
and
hold
fun.
on, hold on. Today's introduction is done differently. You want to find the meat of your topic, and you want to
Mm-hmm.
start with that in the form of a question. Hello. Did you know that the NCAA just changed the rules so Deion Sanders can't get new 5-star players on the Colorado team? Hi, my name is Sam Washington. I'm head of the Black Silicon Valley Chamber. We're
I
going to
like
talk to a professional who's going to give us some insight on how they've changed the rules or moved the goalposts. You want to
Okay.
present the problem first
right,
or what you're talking about to get the attention's audience. Once you've done that, you then introduce yourself. You want to state the injustice first.
right,
The
Hmm.
injustice has to be high enough to say, damn, they really did that? Then you
right,
want to follow in, give your information. Then you want to bring on your guests and have the conversation back and back and actively ask your audience to give their comments because you're going to go through and read and listen to them later.
right.
Right.
I like that.
Okay. All right. So, um, hmm. Okay. So that means we're going to need to change the formats, for example, of our members' meetings.
Right,
Um, in that sense, and that's okay too. That means Lord Albert is going to need to be much more engaged. Um, and what I'm thinking is, Albert, have you watched Oprah? Albert,
Yes.
have you watched Oprah?
Yeah, I love her.
Great.
Watched
Because
it once.
uh, because your members meetings need to be something like that.
I get a car. I get an airplane and a car.
Well, if that's your topic, yeah. If
right,
you're giving it, please run it by me first so I can get the first car.
right? Because I'm gonna need to be second in line.
I know. So can you first run it by me and Alicia so we can get our cars first
I'm
and
like,
make sure
Well,
the program works?
you know, to that point, one of my vendors is a promotion item specialist, and essentially they do promotional content, not content, um, items for promotional events. It's
Yes.
$100 a month, which
Uh-huh.
you could share between 5 chambers. And every month I could get you 5 key unique items that you could give away at each chamber meeting you had. And you can list out who gets them, or you can give it to everybody. But
Uh-huh.
it's $100 a month.
Right. So the $100 a month isn't an issue. The question is, what can you give us some examples of what those would be like? What those would be?
I can.
Okay.
Give me till next week. I should be
Okay.
able to do it faster, but yes, I can.
Okay. Because that's again a draw. Um, and that's what we want to do is we want to draw people to the meetings and we want to draw people to join. And that's what I'm really trying to establish is that process. But I also want them to have fun, interesting discussions. So what is going to do for me is the videos that you've seen up to now are about to change in that manner
okay,
because I'm going to follow the pattern you just laid down, Karriem. Um, and set that process in order, change my videos in that manner. But I guess what I still want there to be is two things. Were you going to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I'm listening.
No, Albert.
no, he said Albert.
No, no, I'm listening. Go ahead, Sam.
Okay. What I was going to do is, I still want to see two different things. Like our meetings, we're going to let people know they're recorded because we want to make them available to the members.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not going to, and here's the thing, we're not going to send in chats anymore information. The information is going to be recorded in the meeting, and it'll be in our portal. If people want to get all the details, they can watch it themselves and they'll have it. But yeah, what I want to build is a revenue generating construct. So the idea is that Albert starts off not just by introducing what it is and what they do, but by stating the issue or the challenge or the injustice, as Karriem says, of that's the reason for this, the reason for this meeting.
Right.
Albert's going to do that intro, with your face and presentation on screen, and then we go into the meeting. And so we
like
cut back
that.
on we remove the introduction other than maybe the president. And you can say, President Sam Washington's here. Good to see him. He'll be talking at some point in the meeting. And our operations manager, Alicia, she's here. Good to see her. And yeah, after that, it's the meeting in that manner. And at the end
Maybe
of that,
recognize the board members and say hello, our board members, some of
Oh,
our board members. That's
no,
it.
I wouldn't
no,
recommend that at all.
No.
Yeah.
So
No,
we stop.
I mean, I'm just as short as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
no
then
board
at the end of the
members.
meeting, at the end of the meeting, you can, I mean, literally in the video, you can show the names of board members,
Okay.
or thank the board members who are present, in that sense, or who came for the meeting. But we don't want to spend any extraneous time.
Right.
hold on. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Which is more important, the people watching or the people there?
I would say, for the event, the people there.
Okay. Skip the board members.
Right.
Right.
The
That's
That's
board,
what I'm
the
saying.
board recognizing the board members, the special guests who aren't contributing, loses your audience, because your audience, honestly speaking, doesn't know how the board member's name being mentioned affects the information that they're getting.
Right.
It's the same applause at the club. I want to shout out to Big Tony in the middle of the best song that's come on. Who the hell is Big Tony?
And why is he being played
Right.
during my song?
In the middle of my song.
Because being honored in the middle of my song. Yeah,
Right.
no, I totally
Exactly.
get it. And that's why I'm saying we can put a standard thing a standard scroll in the back that mentions the board members' names at the end.
Right.
Maybe while Albert is talking at the end of the meeting. I want to thank Bob, George for whoever it is, Kawander for doing this session. One of those people, here are the 3 or 4 points she mentioned. Hopefully, we'll get those points from her before she starts the meeting. Any interesting things that happen, and all of this is you, Albert.
Yes.
I'm summarizing this and saying, thank you, God bless, fellow Rosicrucians, whatever else you all out there, ladies and germs. This is Lord Albert of the Silicon Valley Black Chamber and the Silicon Valley Center. Have a great night. And then while you're saying those closing words, the list of the board members.
I love it.
Is scrolling across the screen, or is appearing on the screen.
Hold on so for each, I don't know how often these meetings are, but you want to tell the people who stay to the end that you have to be present in order to win your complimentary gift.
Yes.
Only people who are present can win the gift. We're going to give 2 gifts to people who are online. We're going to pick random 2 people that are online that make a comment, subscribe.
We're losing you.
And then we're going to publish
Karriem, we lost
newsletter or email.
Karriem, we lost all of the last minute and a half. We need what?
So in the end of your meeting, you tell people to stay to the end, because only people who are present are going to be able to get the complimentary gift for attending.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to give 2 people who watch this video in the first 5 days that like, subscribe, and give a comment. Pick 2 of those to get a gift, and we'll publish that in the news blast. In doing that one thing, you increase the requirement to show up to get it in person, because you don't have to wait. And 2, you increase the need to open that e-blast and read what it is to see if your name is one of the names that was picked.
Right.
Like that.
Okay.
When you see the chamber email come through.
And the third
Go ahead.
thing. Oh, sorry, you had paused. Sorry, you paused. Are you finished? I'm sorry.
I'm finished.
Okay, sorry, because you were going in and out, so I didn't want to cut you off. I thought you were finished. My apologies if you weren't. I was going to say, you said 2, and then the third perfect thing you just said also is that it gives the members an opportunity to display the things that they do, whether it be in products or services. So maybe the free gift is definitely, if somebody does hair, a free consultation for hair, or with Ambro, a free popcorn or a free hour, whatever. But I think
or my Silicon Valley Black Chamber of Commerce and Center for Entrepreneurial Development eye restraint.
The eye restraint?
Yes.
Okay. 2 of those.
One of my inventions that the world is going to love.
Oh, the eye restraint.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but he makes my point.
Well, before we advertise it, we're all going to know what it is.
Right.
And so we're going to see it.
Right. And he makes my point that the third benefit that brings is including the members as a benefit to being a member, that you also get a chance to display some of your wares to the other members.
or yeah, or at least post, present
Post it.
one
Yeah,
for a member. You know,
yeah,
somebody gets either a free session with natural dew, or free free a free meal at your restaurant or something, even a
right.
free ice cream cone.
The ice
Um,
cream cone. Yep.
yeah, something that will draw people to you. So
Right.
I can see that as well.
Yeah.
But we could start off with this $100 a month thing, uh, uh, and and see what that is. So now, okay, so are we talking? Let's go back to the $100 a month uh, um, gift. A gift giveaway process. How many gifts are there?
I can
Um,
find out. I'm told it's very large choice for you to pick from,
okay,
and
all
it
right,
goes in a monthly, or it goes. They roll them out. It's just like one of Alicia's prize deals. I hand it out to you. It's a gift coupon that's redeemable, or we could hand businesses could participate in using it for their business. They would
yes,
pay into the program. They could utilize uh, the voucher to get the discount to go whatever they want to do. They can
oh,
use it
okay,
as incentive to drive traffic into their business. Essentially, it's an incentive store that provides low discount things for people to use.
What's
okay,
that
great,
called? What's that called, Kareem?
I've it's an incentive store. I've
Oh
got
yeah.
the
Okay.
information to it, but
Got you.
essentially
Got
that's
you.
what they do.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Send it when you're ready, please, as
Yeah.
soon as
That's
Yep.
the
possible.
one. That's the one I was using also with the travel thing. Like when people, I was able to like use it for raffles. So when people wanted raffles, they raffle off.
I
Is that kind of
exactly.
like that? Okay. Yeah. So if
Yep.
they wanted like a Hawaii trip, then I was able
Mm-hmm.
to give that to them to raffle off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
That's
you.
great.
Yeah. Carl
Um,
Carl was a big proponent of that.
yeah. Uh,
It was free.
I'm just gonna say exactly. Also,
Yeah.
big proponent of anything that's free.
Yeah. He liked anything free.
No, totally get it. Totally get it. I just want us to be able to build on that. And
Yeah.
I know we have enough videos now that there are videos people haven't seen. But what I'd like to be able to do is, um, um, I mean, like I said, there are sort of the teaser videos, or I should say the marketing videos for the chamber, where we, between Albert or myself, we talk about something that's relevant or exciting. And you want to know more about this, you want to talk more about this, join the chamber,
Okay.
or
Mm. Wait, hold on.
yeah,
So to that,
hmm
in your marketing video, what
hmm
would work more effectively than what we currently have
hmm
is pick a topic, describe it from front to back for
right,
free.
right,
Then we have additional information like you just experienced in our meetings.
right. Um, but except that it's not just the meetings, it's the services. So that's the whole thing. We want, my goal is to build the chamber and the center into service providing entities, not just to say, hey, here's, come to a meeting. No, um, you need help structuring your business. Um, well, let's talk about a particular business in that sense. And if that interests you for your business, you know, join the chamber in that sense. Um, I mean, because I think people are seeing these things um, and they're interested. They, but it's not consistent, and that's my fault because I'm doing videos for other things as well. But I want to try to put all this on an ongoing schedule to get them out. And I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out the best way to make sure that happens consistently, especially, at least 2 videos a month, one for the chamber and one for the center. Um, and then of course they're the Albert videos, which will be 2 a month because he's going to be setting up for the monthly meetings, for the member meetings, which are 2 a month.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I think, Albert, from here forward, you probably want to have some kind of script that follows exactly what we described here for your meetings.
Yes.
So yeah. And in fact, if you could, if you, I mean, you could do some test videos. I mean, where you're not exactly involved with Kawanda or anybody, but you're doing that setup present for, hey folks, friends, neighbors, law dogs, whatever it is. You decide, have you ever had this happen, or do you want this happen, or here's what it basically. First of all, describe a challenging situation.
Right.
Yeah, describe a challenging situation that relates to what we're going to talk about today, or talk about in the meeting, and then I mean, we can cut it and edit it so we go right from your piece into the meeting in that manner, where you welcome the guest, what they're going to talk about, who they are, and then everybody's up, and that's whether they're in person or online. And I'm following this mentally because if I have another meeting that I'm going to record, that's exactly how I'm going to talk.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm going to follow this pattern and see what God does in that sense of things. And then we just need to chop it and set it. And I can do that on my system. In my videos, I can edit that. Yeah. I'm sorry. Say it again.
That's fine.
Yeah. And what I then all I then need to have happen is I guess ship it to you, Karriem, and you put it in the
That is
system.
correct. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
That's the part.
Okay. So Albert, I have a tool that will allow you to do the same thing. I can show you how it works, and you can make your own videos. I mean, if you're comfortable doing it on your phone, like for these shorter videos, but when we get into these member meeting constructs, you're going to need to do a bit more work.
Understood.
Yeah, but I can. I mean, I've already bought the software and I use it now. I'm just going to share it with you. I guess maybe I can even just set up a purchase. It's like $50 a year, and we can set that up out of the chamber.
Oh, really? That's it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I mean, that's like 3 people. So Albert gets one license. I have a license, and you have a license. I guess we might have to get 4 because I'd like for Karriem to have a license. But I think you kind of have your own set of tools, or maybe you don't. You tell me.
I use Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere.
Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat. What it's called is VSDC, video editor.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know it. VSDC, video editor. Let's try to improve our spelling. Oh, that's terrible. Wow, am I messing this up this way?
Can I ask an odd question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have watched probably 100,000 hours worth of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And in that watching, there are some excellent schools that African Americans had put together that range from $5,000 to $10,000 for the class.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason that the African American chambers across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
have not gotten together to purchase one of these classes at that
Mm-hmm.
because they could divide the cost and share that class with their members as a license for their members to learn those things.
What things?
Tax advantages, building your own LLC. This is a step-by-step course. New technologies that are in the field of brokering new business, understanding business, and setting up and implementing your business by proven professors in their field. The class is already built from beginning to end, and they're using students across the nation. Chamber members could go and get the credentials that we've paid for, log in and learn on their own, and then take advantage of the content that's already there.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so I would say those you would recommend, if you can share those with us or share those with me, and Albert, I'd say share those with the three of us, and we can go and look at those learning opportunities and see which ones are viable. Which ones we think that the chamber ought to get involved in, and we'll go through them with you.
Okay.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, that makes total sense to me. Yeah, I can see that. What I was initially thinking, I'll say what I was initially thinking. So we have, and this is, I keep thinking this is good that this is recorded, because other board members can hear this as well. The initial concept that we're thinking about, and this is where James comes in and listening to this, that the Black Chamber, the U.S. Black Chamber, they've got all kinds of videos doing all kinds of things, from paid, certified folks, hundreds of them. Yeah. So does the small business, the SBA, all kinds of videos that are free that they are putting up, that we are trying to now consolidate to run through run through our YouTube setup, or run through our portal. In that sense, not the YouTube, not our, but our portal. We want to link to those in our portal in some structure. That's the first thing. However, for those things that are more intricate, more detailed, maybe very business isolated, business genre specific. Yes, we should figure out how we can get access to those, and if it means paying for somebody or paying for a license through somebody, fine. Let's figure out how to do that.
Right.
Yeah, even if we have to, share, share membership access with the Oakland Chamber or the DC Chamber, whoever. Let's do that. But my problem is sort of right at the start, is that we have all this free stuff we need to get organized. In some sense. Right off the start. Does that make sense?
Alicia shared with me the SBA stuff from the U.S. Black Chamber. And unlike the structure I built, I would probably spend days, because it doesn't have a list, a playlist. It's not organized to determine what I want to find out.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Unless I know who made it, I don't know what topic it is.
Right. Exactly. And that's the whole thing. It's what I want to do is have, and this is direct to you, sir, is have these entities pay for a consultant who helps them organize this stuff.
Right. Because that was one of our major problems that we brought up in the meeting, was that that's great, you guys have a bunch of videos, but if we only want to focus on marketing, we have to go through the whole thing to find a marketing video.
Right.
We could type in their marketing, but it'll give you, but it doesn't give you like marketing section.
No, because when you type in marketing, it will pull everything in their channel plus everything on YouTube to answer that question, not specific to their channel.
Yeah,
And
right,
so if you are able to fix that, Karriem, I know at least 4 agencies that could use that help. And I think that with the complaints that we have put forward, I'm totally, and we're not the only ones. That's what I mean. Regarding that, you got all these videos, but they're all over the place.
right,
Um, you all need a catalog,
Right,
essentially, an online catalog, to move this forward. We've got that guy.
right,
Um,
right,
yeah, um, and you know, we can negotiate a rate, with some kind of uplift, but it becomes your company that drives it. Does that make sense?
yeah, that does, because I was like, this is good, but I don't know. Again, so the thinking as to the way I set up ours
Yes,
is not there.
right.
If you want
Um,
to, I want to watch something on Netflix, go to episode season 2, episode 16. Boom,
right,
right,
I found it. Not what happened in it when so and so got his hand cut off.
right.
right.
Boom.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
No, I totally get it. So, I'm like I said, I'm glad we're recording this, um, because then we need to go back and meet about how that will look, in terms of a business proposal. And you and I
Right.
have done that before, and I think we can use that same model, sir, and determine if they have the interest of that. Because I think they need, and I think everybody else thinks they need. What you've got is a jumble of stuff out there, much like the Silicon Valley Black Chamber and Center do now as a microcosm. So if we can fix this, just give it some basic structure, and then we go back and tell, here's the model we're talking about. Here's the model he built, and it's easy enough for them to quickly go through because we're small. We ain't got 1,000 videos of nothing, in that sense, and they can then see that we want to, basically not we want to, but MIMDF.
Oh,
What's it?
FDMIM.
FDMIM. I can't. Yeah. Oh, because it's backwards on the
Right.
on the screen back there behind you.
Yes, backwards.
Yeah. So FDMIM can do the exact same thing for you all and put some structure to that. Here's what it costs
Right.
based on your volume. In fact, we can probably work something out where every new video you all decide to save, you all just put the keywords in, and it'll go right into that group and right into that that category area in the catalog.
Right.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I think we're all going to be going back and looking at this.
Okay, I like that. I truly like that because we never did get to the point, the last point, and I got to get out of here because
Yes.
got a meeting I have to go to later on. So I haven't been to the store yet. But
Okay.
the main thing we were going to talk to about, which is where Karriem and I had the misunderstanding, was the social media front, where who is
Okay.
keeping up with
I'm going to
the
make an
day
executive
to day.
decision. I'm going
Okay,
to make
go
an
ahead.
executive decision right now.
Go
We're not
ahead.
going to worry about that right now. We
Well,
want this.
Albert and I talked about it earlier, and
Yeah.
we talked about that we could check in on that also with you, Sam.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Because actually, this is a longer term deal,
Yeah,
both for the chamber and for the agencies we deal with as a business model. And for that, what I mean is a business model is this is the value for Karriem, for Mr.
right,
Albari.
right,
And I, as usual, I'm willing to help drive that, Mr. Albari, on your behalf.
yeah, I
Since
like
we
that.
know those folks. Yeah. And it just becomes one more example of what we're talking about. Our goal is to drive business, and somewhere between the 3 of us, while Albert is working on his promos for his groups, and I'm working on videos that make a bit more sense,
Right, right,
Mr. Obari will begin to give it some structure. And I'm not sure, Karriem, if I have any of the business stuff that we discussed, or if you've got any of that, if you can send one or more of those to me, I can get with you, and then we can walk through a business strategy. A business proposal is what I'm most specifically saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Alicia, to make this easier, once this is recorded to the cloud,
Mm-hmm.
download the video and upload it to YouTube. Make it private, and then share it with me.
Oh, okay.
From sharing it with me, I will give you a summary of all the details in it, and that way you can look at it without having to go through the whole video.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that. But I recorded. Did I do it to the cloud or did I do it on my computer?
You can always
Wherever.
upload it on your computer,
Okay.
wherever it is. You can always
Okay.
upload it.
All right, but yeah, I'll share it. So upload it into YouTube, make it private, and then send it to you.
Correct.
Okay.
Albert, I know you've been quiet back there, big dog. Anything on your mind you want to make sure and bring up here?
No, I'm taking it all in, and I'm definitely going to re-listen to this recording so that I can make sure I hit every one of my action items.
I mean, I've got
Okay.
a couple of videos now. I'm going to have to restructure them.
Yeah.
before I send them and have, for Mr. Arbari's review.
Yeah.
But let me get this software to you, Albert. I'm going to give you the information so you can download it, and it'll already be paid for, but you can download it onto your system.
Roger that.
All right, sir. We'll call it a day here. Thank you all so much. Let's just deal with this one thing as a first item, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Stop my share.
This was
Okay,
great.
and I'll end the recording. Okay.
Albert, I have